hey, try not to be too mad. It's not you, it's me. I just can't have you in my Jeep anymore. Trust me, you'll find other people. I'm sure there's other Jeeps, front track bars, ball joints, whatever, that are about to go bad that you can just go and hop into their Jeep. Someone will take you in, but I'm sorry, you gotta go. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan, and on this planet we send it, and we're going to be getting in today. Well, you saw me say goodbye to Death Wobble, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk about what Lifestyle Garage did with my Jeep and how we got rid of Death Wobble. As a matter of fact, Tony, Randy, anyone in there at Lifestyle Garage you're watching, thank you. I greatly appreciate the work. The Jeep's running great. I'm looking forward to my real test drive this weekend. But after I cover the repairs that we did at Lifestyle Garage, I'm going to go ahead and move into another 2-3 things that I was trying to get knocked out before I actually brought it to the shop. So we'll go ahead and fix those. I'll walk you through the steps, and then we'll be ready for the weekend. All right, I got a plan in place. Let's go ahead and send it. Figured I'd go ahead and use the GoPro for this clip here, because although the audio isn't as good as my phone, the video is when doing motion. So let's start from the top to the bottom. So replace the sway bar end links. Although not related to the Death Wobble, it was needed, and I'll explain why here in a second. But here's the connect where I go ahead and connect it when it's sway bars get disconnected from the axle. Now waiting for the car to go by. Now what I did also have replaced at Lifestyle Garage was the sway bar axle connection. The bracket itself on this side had already busted and was welded on. The other side was about 80% of the way from being 80% of the way already cracked through, so it was maybe a pothole or two from snapping. I wish I would have got a picture of it before I turned in. But this thing is, the new one is like 2.5 to maybe 3 times as thick as the OEM, so I'm very happy. This actually came in from Metal Cloak too. Now although really not too much, 3 of the 4 ball joints were replaced. I had replaced one of them already, so this was the other 3. So finally, those were all replaced, and I think that was the reason why Death Wobble was back in the first place, just because there was so much play. It wasn't as strong as before, and what I mean it wasn't as strong, the Death Wobble, it came in at 35, which it was doing in the past, but once I got down to about 20 miles an hour, it went away. So in the past, it actually took a lot longer, so I'm not sure why that was. So it must have been the ball joints, that the track bar was doing its thing, but the ball joints just had enough play in it to go ahead and get Death Wobble. Man, someone must be having a party. I'm having like 50 vehicles going by in like 5 minutes. But anyways, got Metal Cloak extender for the shocks back there, and on both sides. And the reason why is because, as you can see here, hopefully it's showing real well, I got raw metal here, and that's because when you go into some articulation, I was actually getting some rubbing there and on the shock itself. So to prevent the shock from getting too much damage to where it busted, went ahead and put these aftermarket pieces on, and it's staying away just fine now. So the next few clips are actually taken after the fact, because I realized I didn't record it, but you'll see here that the puck appears to be pretty brand new, and that's because it had completely fallen off. So Lifestyle Garage noticed that, gave me a call, and I was like, yep, let's go ahead and find a replacement, which they were able to do. And I'll show you one side here, but they did it on both sides. But here, on the lower control arm bracket, they went ahead and notched out some of the brackets so that it would allow the lower control arms to basically fully droop, because they were hitting at full droop. The last thing I'll do real fast is I just want to show you my rear sway bar is disconnected there, disconnected over there, and I'm highlighting this because while I was driving, I ended up getting out and double checking to make sure that they didn't reconnect it. And I did that because fixing the 3 ball joints was so significant. It was so significant, and it made the Jeep feel so much more planted than I have ever felt it before, that I thought they connected this. So big shout out to Lifestyle Garage. I mean, you can just see how they are marking up all the bolts that they touched and just doing some fine attention to detail, and got my Jeep up in tip-top shape. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to the next step, to where we're going to start doing some additional repairs. So the next thing I want to address is my dual band radio here. So this is a ham and GMRS frequency capable radio. So let me go ahead and transmit here. So right now I'm on the GMRS frequencies, and I get that off. I don't know why that is. I have a suggestion, and that's what I'm going to try to fix right now, but I don't know if this is going to fix it. However, we'll switch over to the other frequency. Wrong button. There we go. and we got transmit. We were transmitting full power there. So we are going to go ahead and install a new antenna, which hopefully will give me the ability to transmit on both frequencies. All right, let's send it. All right, moment of truth. Let's see here, do I still got ham? Still got ham. Now we're on GMRS. Off, didn't fix it. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. All right, now it's actually a couple of days later and I'm doing this clip and just kind of inserting it in here for you guys to see what happens when you go ahead and send it without planning. It could cost you money, it could cost you pain, depending on what level of risk you're willing to accept if you fail. So let me show you what I mean here. And basically the punchline is I didn't have to buy that new antenna. So I'm going to turn my system on here. I'm going to switch over to my normal ham frequency and I'm going to transmit. You'll see it pop up right here. Popped up right there. I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to my GMRS frequency. Hit transmit. I receive the off on the display. So, and I'm receiving off because if I would have done just a very short reading of my user manual and I would have went to the back to the very last 2-3 pages, I would have seen that I can receive actually quite a bit of bandwidth. However, my transmitting is very limited, and in this particular case I'm limited to 440 on transmit, so I cannot transmit on the 460. So lesson learned the hard way, although I will say it wasn't lesson too hard, because I didn't learn it too hard because I actually like how my new antenna looks better than the original one, but still it was money that I did not have to spend. All right, let's go ahead and move on to repairing the lights. And if you watch my previous video, you know I replaced this halogen bulb with the one on that end to see if this fixture worked, because this side wasn't working. And we did conclude that the bulb that was originally here was bad. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the new bulb over there, because I did have a spare one, but it wouldn't fit. So I ordered a pair of halogens from Headlight Revolution. Let's go ahead and pull them out real fast. As a matter of fact, I just realized I haven't even checked to see if they are the right size before doing this. So we'll do that before I do any installation. And then we'll go ahead and, I picked up these Morimoto HB H-Series bulbs. I think they are the correct size. Obviously, that's why I got them. But more importantly, I think it's the right color, because the previous bulbs didn't mention what Kelvin it was, so I think it was 6000 series, but we'll double check when we get there. But if the bulbs are completely out of color from the other three, then what I might do, since this came in a pair, I might go ahead and change this one too. So at least the two bottom will be the same, the two top will be different, and then since this one matches those, it'll be a ready spare for those bulbs, since those are more likely to go bad before the new ones do. All right, let's send it. I was not originally intending on doing an unboxing video for this, and I'm really not, but I do kind of want to highlight. So I did bring back the known bad one, basically the one that was too big. I compared it to the other one, so it does look like the new one will fit, so that's good news. I'll go, but before I put that one completely away, look at the big one here. Look at these wires compared to the Morimoto that have like braided wiring for added protection. That's pretty impressive. I was not anticipating that, but that's a good little tip. So if you're looking for, we'll go ahead and test the lights in the nighttime to give you guys an idea of how good these are. But these Morimotos already are setting a pretty good standard for attention to detail and high quality. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Had quite a few successes, including all the work that Lifestyle Garage was able to knock out, and a few successes on my own, as you saw in this video, along with some failures there too. And like I was saying, you know, when you don't plan and you just send it, you're accepting the risk there on which could be a costly lesson learned, as it was for me. But anyways, I got a Jeep trip coming up this weekend, and I'm pretty excited about bringing that to you guys. It's gonna be the first time I'm going to this trail, and I'm excited to be going on this trip, and I'm excited to be able to bring you guys along too. And as a matter of fact, there might be even a second trip. I'm gonna confirm if that's still on tonight, and if so, then I should have 2 Jeep trip videos out to you guys next week. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.